Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? I hope all is well with you. Um, it is the daytime and I'm here, and you know how this it's hard for me to function in the daytime. But anyway, let's see who is here this morning. Good morning. First on the moonwalk, we have Rossi. Rossi says, I hope you're feeling better today. Yes, I am. A lot better. A whole lot better. Thank you so much. Then we have Nola Brown, Sunflower Babe TT. Um, oh, here we have Only Me 23 who has gifted a membership. And let's see who got gifted. It was can I get this? Yeah. It was Mrs. CLC. Welcome to the Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries Investigators. Drop your new emojis in the chat, and y'all, please welcome Mrs. CLC as a new Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries member. And thank you, Only Me 23, for always supporting the platform. I really appreciate it. We also have here Talks with TK, No 54, always loving life. Um, as just spoke to Only Me in 23, Mocha and Dimples, Trina 2, Paradise in Mexico, Blue Sapphire, Miss Nisi, Miss CLC, Juju D, the Funeral Duchess, Ray Della Lewis. She's an introvert. Or is that an. Yeah, she's an introvert. I don't ask me where I was going with that. None of your business. Mons, Petty Patty, Jackson Tabasco, Tanya B, and Ray Della Lewis. I'm not sure if I said hello, but good morning, everyone. So, um, in the middle of the night, a call dropped, or maybe it was this morning, child. I don't know. All I know is I went to get what I was gonna get, and something was there. So there was a call between Nesto and Sonya where, here again Sonya still don't never understand what is going on. And it's about their mess and what happened. It sounds to me like what happened on Tasha K. I only listened to a little bit of it because I knew I had to get on, and my thumbnail was giving me such a hard time. So but anyway, let's get into this call. Let me switch it. Oh, where's my stage? Can't find. Oh, here we go. About to say I can't find my stage. Let me share this. And if you all missed all of the shenanigans and things goings on, please make sure that you visit the video that I did last night. And I will actually at the end of this video put it in the description where we learned some things and people, places, and things. And V Lenore, she came up and gave clarification to some things. So we are going to get into it. Hey, Tanya B here, Michi3, Sound Check Annette. How are you doing? Okay, let me add this on up here. And here we go. Did it go? Okay, here we go.
In these two calls from December of 2023, Nesto tells Sonya his attorney told him to shut up after hearing some of his jail calls. Nesto also says he won't plead guilty for something he didn't do. Sonya says she changed the narrative with her Tasha K interview and tells Nesto to fire his attorney. Take a listen.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Please hold. Hello, this is a prepaid call from
William Pryor.
an inmate at the Cobb County Adult Detention Facility.
Richard Pryor's
To
nephew.
accept this, your current balance is $10.42. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hello? Shit, sorry. Hello?
You alright?
Yeah. I'm here. We're going to get this thing. I'm just washing my hair. What's up?
Okay, they say I got another radio. I got another phone call come out yesterday with Dion.
What happened?
Dion got a phone call came out.
Okay, he's talking about Dion having a phone call come out yesterday. But what I want to know is why is he whispering? He is whispering. And I don't understand that. What's that all about? Good morning, Chick-fil-A, Gail, the woman he chose. I think I said good morning, Michi 3. And Magenta Spirit Life Coaching. Good morning, good morning.
Yesterday. They did leak another phone call yesterday.
There is
Okay, hold on. Let me look. I got to use the other phone to look and see. I gotta look on the other. Hold on.
So, the people came to see me a few minutes ago.
Oh, different.
Yeah, the investigator.
Oh, Jan.
the people. So the investigator came. Um, Good morning, Yanobi Danae.
Douglas, Daniel, whatever his name is.
But I don't call him name. They told me shut the fuck up so they heard my phone call.
Which one?
The last one I made with old girl.
Oh, they heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they told me shut the fuck up and heard my case. Said I heard my case. He said that they asked me did I want to represent myself. I said, why would I do that? He said, because I'm making all these different moves.
Okay, this call is from December the 11th, 2023. And still, he learned nothing. Do you want to represent yourself? You're making all these moves and whatnot. And, he doesn't have sense enough to understand that he's running his mouth and he's messing up his case and he's letting her interfere with his case. Good morning, Danae. Good morning, a lady 747. He is literally messing up his own case with him and her doing this, that, and the third. And the investigators like, shut up, stop talking. But he still don't get it. And she thinks that she made a difference and changed the narrative when she was on Tasha K. Well, that whole interview was about her and not him. The only time, we talked about him being a mofo gangster, and he can't even remember that he says that, or he chooses not to. A lady said he is whispering because he's stupid. He's sneaking and using someone else's pen. Mm. Here again, something else that could be found out.
Hold on. We didn't discuss your case. I guess they're trying to say because you got mad on the phone.
But I did not discuss my case.
You didn't discuss your case.
See, what he's not understanding, this is not a good look. What happened on Tasha K wasn't a good look for her or a good look for him. It just looked bad. And he doesn't get it, even though this investigator has told him that. Good morning, Florida girl. When do I sleep? Um, very rarely. Hey, Shayna Queen Bee, how are you? We have no idea why she's whispering. We think he's probably whispering. He don't want nobody to hear him. He's using somebody else's pen. It could be a dozen reasons why he's whispering, but her, I don't know. Or that's her sexy voice.
But sitting in jail for over a year and somebody tricking you, and that's what she does purposefully, you know, you can get mad. They act like people can't have feelings. On the whole, out of all the phone calls you've had over the whole year and a half, you only got mad 3 times on the phone.
Yeah.
And it wasn't violently mad, it's just mad.
Yeah.
You know, so.
It's not
See what I'm looking
violently
for.
mad.
Yeah. So he asked me about my niece, and I like, you got some nieces? I said,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But for a minute I got startled and I said, then he said, and I said, yeah, I got one. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
they getting
He said for a minute when he asked him, "Do you got some nieces?" For a minute he got startled. Why? Why were you startled? If someone says to me, "Do you have any nieces?" I would say yes. Period. I mean, it just would not be any thinking, anything. But when the investigator asked him that, he got startled. Why were you startled, Nesto? If nothing is being done wrong and everything is on an up and up, because if you guys don't remember, there was a niece that was communicating in the mix of this. Allegedly a niece, because I believe it was either Sonya or one of Sonya's nieces, but not Nesto's. So that's probably where the shock comes in. Because I would never be taken aback if somebody says, "You got nieces?" Tanya B said because he was busted because Sonya has pretended to be his niece in letters. Thank you. So you do remember that.
stuff. And
Mm-hmm. You got 6 cents on his call.
I got what?
6 cents on his call.
No, not that. I'm talking about, no, not that. I'm talking about did they leak a phone call out? He said I got another phone call came
They
out.
leak them every week.
Oh, okay.
They still, I gotta call this place and have them stop leak. Or if he gonna file something for them to stop leaking it?
Yeah, they said he's finna do that now.
Okay, good.
They're gonna try to do that now, and say they got to do something because it's been 18 months. But
Mm-hmm.
they ain't got to do nothing because that charge, that heavy charge, started all over again.
Mm. But I'm glad they got that out there. I'm glad he saw that then, because he wasn't paying no real attention.
Yeah, he got that out there and said, "Hey, me tell her, no, I don't want to represent myself. He said, I understand you trying to speak on. Yeah, I am because I ain't treated fair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He said, I didn't know I got mad though. Mm.
He says he has to speak on himself because he's not being treated fair. Treated fair by who? Who does he need? Who is he not being treated fair by? His attorney? Is he talking about YouTube? No, we're not treating you fair, and we're not going to start either. Good morning, Justin's mom.
That wasn't good.
I mean, she triggered you. So, and
No, she didn't.
that's fine, because you didn't get violent. And that's what they're trying to say. Oh, he's violent. He's this, he's that. You can be mad and emotional about your wife. You have all right. You haven't been yet on the phone,
No.
so it's been a year, and you destroyed your life. This whole situation. The person's supposed to ask women. But you didn't threaten anybody. You didn't threaten anybody involved, you know? So, whatever. But anywho, I didn't look at any phone calls recently to see what's released.
That's okay.
Um,
That's what he told me. I'm like, you sure? I ain't heard that one. He said that was released yesterday.
yeah, so apparently he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know the other side. I'll
Okay, let me, because I didn't understand what he was saying. I'm gonna go back just a tad bit. Good morning, Angel Hair 62.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know the other side. I'll send your niece the information to send to him for the other
No,
side.
no, no, no. Don't send nothing else to that. Don't send nothing else to them. Don't do nothing else right now.
No,
Yeah. Yeah, don't send nothing else to them. Not at all.
I must not have gone.
you don't know the other side.
No.
So it's been a year, and you destroyed your life. This whole situation. The person's supposed to ask women. But
She said that this whole situation destroyed his life. Paradise in Mexico said in some states it's considered identity theft to use another inmate's PIN for jail calls. Really? Do we know if this is the case in Georgia? Can't find anything that explicitly says so. Well, hmm, we might be looking into that, trying to get whatever we can. Did I say good morning, Angel here? 62. And a lady said, a lady is saying, good morning, everybody. It's 5:04 a.m. and I'm about to blow. We do not want you blowing early in the morning, a lady. Come on now.
You didn't threaten anybody. You didn't threaten anybody involved. You know. So
He said he was a mofo
whatever.
gangster.
But anywho, I didn't look at any phone calls recently to see what's released.
That's okay.
Um,
That's what he told me. I'm like, you sure?
This dog.
I ain't heard that one. He said that was released yesterday.
yeah. So apparently he knows.
Yeah.
Wait, okay.
Yeah. You don't know
I'm
the other side.
sorry.
I'll send. You don't know the other side. I'll. So, whatever. But anywho, I didn't look at any phone calls recently to see what's released.
That's okay.
Um,
That's what he told me. I'm like, you sure? I ain't heard that one. He said that was released yesterday.
yeah. So apparently he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know the other side. I'll trying to say, oh, he's violent. He's this. He's that. You can be mad and emotional about your wife. You're all right. You haven't been yet on the phone,
No.
so it's been a year and you destroyed your life. This whole situation. The person's supposed to act human. But you didn't threaten anybody. You didn't threaten anybody involved. You know? So whatever. But anywho, I didn't look at any phone calls recently to see what's released.
That's okay.
Um,
That's what he told me. I'm like, you sure? I ain't heard that one.
Good grief. I can't figure out what phone call. I can't hear. And the daggone dog is under me scratching the rug trying to make herself comfortable. Good grief. This is what happens in Legacy Moon Daytime Lives. Um, mm, PO8 Tick Diva 29. Good morning. How are you doing? Um, Chick-fil-A Gal said he told the lawyer that the niece will give him a Chick-fil-A card on Sunday. How stupid. Yeah, that's right. If they meet and he sees it's really a niece, okay. I don't know. Maybe Sonya's actress niece was going to pose as the niece, I mean, and you know how that what that gives. Hey, good morning, husband. How are you doing? Us as we need love too. Seniors, that is. How are you doing? Good morning. The woman he chose said the call was released yesterday, 12:10. I assume, yeah. I went through all of their calls. I didn't see anything. And I'm going through because I think I had heard Dion's name in this mix. So I'm looking through the Dion calls, but he might be talking about the Tasha K interview, that part that was advertised. I'm really not sure, and I'd love to know. Danae said, I hope his attorney told him everything Sonya has done to mess up his case. Apparently not, because he still has her doing and talking and all of that stuff.
He said that was released yesterday.
yeah. So apparently he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know the other side. I'll send your niece the information to send to him for the other side.
No, don't send nothing else to that. Don't send nothing else to them. Don't do nothing else right now.
No.
Yeah, don't send nothing else to them. Not at all.
Why was he mad about the niece sending stuff?
No. Just the way they're talking like I'm trying to represent myself. I'm not trying to do that. That's what they're saying. For him to relay that, that's what he's saying. Do you want to? Because I was just saying I'm fucking myself.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you still want me to go get the civil
Yeah.
situation?
That I can do.
Mm-hmm.
So so she's still gonna get the civil people who sue people. What he referred to as a lawsuit lawyer. Chick-fil-A Gail said, "Don't send no no more phony evidence and lies." Side crow. I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you get that.
No, I just woke up about
Oh,
an
okay.
hour ago, and I was about to do that because I got to be out of here by 4. So I was going to try to do that and get my son's situation out the way with his car. And
Okay. So,
something.
so it's got to be a date or something. Something has been filed today. Something has been had to been filed today.
You think something was filed today?
Yeah, 'cause yeah. They finna go down, put me in there and get me out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause they trying to get it and they trying to get it moved forward released.
Yeah, because it's stolen. And
And
they're not investigating anything, and they can't even say anything because when she went in court, if you get the transcripts and read the last transcripts from court, she trying to say they had a dead end because the girl didn't say anything to anybody and do anything. All thing she did was come in and make a statement. So there is no investigating past that.
that's it. They
That's
work.
it.
They work.
How is she in the investigator's files? That's what I want to know. Good morning, Miss Boogie Down. Good morning, Diva Shawnee. And Diva Shawnee has become a new, gosh, this thing. Okay. Is this, oh no, that's not. Okay, well, Diva Shawnee has become a new Legacy Moon true crime and mysteries investigator. Shawnee, drop your new emojis in the chat. You all welcome Diva Shawnee as a new member. And thank you so much, Diva Shawnee, for supporting the platform. Good morning, Bella. Let me see. Good morning, Southside Chi Town. How are you doing? Chick-fil-A Girl said, just woke up an hour ago means woke up as soon as the phone rang. Face and breath all still stale and musty. Good morning, just peeking. Good morning, hit dog. I'm glad you're here.
Working on getting me that. So yeah. And I didn't break my foot today. They x-rayed me today, so I didn't break it. So the bro, they been giving me medication, so that shit working.
What you do? You tore something?
I hit it. I tried to hit it when I was asleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, you be fighting somebody.
Okay, somebody please explain this to me. Good morning, Leela, not Layla. Good morning, Miss Principal. Explain to me how you hurt your foot in your sleep. He's not saying, I mean, that he has neuropathy or gout or anything. He's saying he hurt his foot in his sleep. Please tell me, what do you do in your sleep to hurt your foot? I know people have night terrors. I know people walk, they sleepwalk, all kinds of things. But what is it that you're doing in your sleep that messed your foot up or hurt your foot and you have to go get medication for? I'm just trying to figure it out. A hit dog said he has vibrant dreams. They must be very, very, very vibrant because I just don't understand what could have happened. Justin's mom said rumor has it he was fighting off Kidney Punch Ken. Allegedly. Good morning, casino lady. Chick-fil-A girl said he got his foot stomped by an inmate while he was asleep. Good morning, Zen Soul and Salt and Pepper Tresses. Zen Soul said, yep, Ernie's getting a beat down from his bunkmates. I don't know, but I just was trying to figure out how something like this happens. I wish this dog would get somewhere and get situated because it's bad enough. This man is whispering, she's whispering, and the dog is interrupting my flow. Good morning, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame.
Sleep.
No, I've never fought nobody.
That's
I've
what that
never
was.
done that.
Yeah.
No, I ain't never fought nobody in my sleep.
That's a good thing for you. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
there we go. And I told him have Merry Christmas. Said, no, I'm coming back to see you for you. So that's another week. So he'll be back.
He said he'll be back in a week. Let me look on. And they don't talk to your other attorney at all, do they?
No, they're not dealing with that. You've been lying the whole time. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. He's been fully since day one.
Everybody in this situation is lying except for Nesto. Good morning, them folks. In the bushes, how are you doing? And good morning, Jet Black Straight.
That's why you need to fire him so you can go to the bar association if Silas Silver's going to get some.
Yeah, I know
But
what about.
he's not going to do any of the homework that's needed to fight the case. He's
No,
not going to.
no, not like these folks here did. They did do that. I mean, it's my first time ever seeing an investigator. He broke down who he was and everything. So, and he ain't young either. So that's good too. And he had his own business before. I like that.
Okay, you sure can.
Okay.
Now, I'm talking like that for today. I ain't say forever.
Right. You know, they come in, they say this, that, and the other, and then they fall right back out.
Yeah.
With them, you didn't even ask him what he was talking about when he said, talked about me. He didn't talk about me, did he?
No.
Because when he sent me that thing saying that stuff,
Yeah, I understand.
you're a potential witness. I'm like, to what? I wasn't in
No,
town.
that ain't it. They just trying to say you clearly did the perk that girl. That girl, that's all they saying.
He kept saying that girl.
You know what it is, the girlfriend, man. There you go. You acting like somebody else now. The girlfriend. The girlfriend is planted in everybody's head. You a girlfriend.
He said the girl.
Okay, first of all, it is laughable that he thinks he's going to get a civil attorney to sue Krill Lewis. All Krill Lewis has to do in when they have the arbitration or whatever, all Krill Lewis has to sit down and show his bill for all the time Sonya has called him and written him. That would take care of everything right there. All he has to do is play some of these jail calls. That would take care of all that right there. This means he's got, this is so laughable. It really is. Um, Tanya B said, of course he talked about Sonya. He told Nesto to tell that chick to shut the F up. This is Daytime Legacy Moon, y'all. Bella said he does not want to call her a girlfriend. I get, and I'm thinking he thinks that makes it something bad if he says girlfriend, or that it's feeding into what is already being said. But that doesn't matter whether he uses that word or not. We still gonna say what we want to say because we still know what the things that we know. The woman he chose says, was he still talking to Shirley at this point? I know she filed for divorce April 2024. No, because the Steve Harvey thing was in September. So I don't, I mean, there was like a call or two or three, but it wasn't all of the hun and pleasantries that it had been, if I'm not mistaken. Chick-fil-A gal says she wanted to hear the word girlfriend again. Casino lady said he has opened up a can of worms with her and now can't shut her up. I know a lady was saying he did you say he was whispering because he's pretending to be rich, to be William Pryor? I saw that. Chick-fil-A gal said at the woman he chose, nope, she cut him off June 2023. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This
Good morning, Friday Child.
But I'm doing something while I'm listening to you. That's why
who?
I was doing this. We're looking at stuff out while I'm talking to you. Everything's out of game still. Everything looks the same, but I'll open them up. 11/17. That was when she did a leave of absence, and then you did a response letter on the 13th. That was all on that one.
If she don't stop with this whispering, Diva Shawnee has gifted 5 Legacy Moon True Crime and Mystery memberships. Let's see who got gifted. Leela, not Layla, Jet Black Straight, Friday Child, Mocha and Dimples, and Zen Soul. Thank you so much, Diva Shawnee, for the gifted memberships and supporting the platform. Welcome to all of you new members. Drop your new emojis in the chat. Chat, welcome these 5 new members as new members. And once again, Diva Shawnee, thank you for supporting.
But when you went to see that black judge, nothing on that. Other than your letter was the last thing filed. For,
Oh, now I know what the movie you're talking about. He's talking about what I had wrote to. That's what he's saying.
that letter you wrote?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh,
That was on the 13th.
oh my gosh. Do y'all see this? Do I need to read this? Let me get this. Do y'all tell me, put a one in the chat if you want me to read this. Because if you do, I will. But I'll put it in members if you don't. Okay, y'all want me to read? Oh Lord of mercy. I thought y'all I thought y'all was gonna say no. All right, let me put my glasses on. Ooh, Lord, here we go. Where are the things clean? They not. They tangled up. Okay, they look clean enough. All right, dear Miss Shay Alexander. Is she? Is she a Vic? Okay. Um. Okay. Good morning, Miss Veronica. Dear Miss Shay Alexander, how are you? And I hope this letter reaches you in good spirits. I requested several times for copy all my warrants as well as my probation, my probation, my probable cause hearing. Here's the date on my probable cause hearing, September 14, 2023. Also, here are all the case numbers I had the hearing on. If it's any way possible, could you send me a copy of all my warrants and transcript when I went to my preliminary hearing? Also, I went to court on the let me see, maybe 7th of October 2023 for my bond hearing. Can I get the transcript that as well? I've been incarcerated incarcerated for 16 months. I had I've had 3 lawyers, 2 public defenders, and all them have failed by the wayside. The DA have filed. Oh my gosh. Let me read that again. I've had 3 lawyers, 2 public defenders, and all them have failed by wayside. The DA have been adding charges, dropping charges as well. Demolish my family and livelihood by leaking all my phone conversations out to public. So I am forced to defend myself best way I can. So Miss Alexander, I'm begging you to send me the documents requested. I am an innocent man. He did. That is what that says, y'all. I am an innocent man, and I still had not been indicted. So I'm begging, please, 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 please don't go. Baby, please don't go. I love you so. Okay, so it says, I'm begging, please, please, please don't go. Send me what I need to get. Let me see what this say.
on
Send me what I
1417
need
absent letter.
to get uh to get to get whatever he wants. I think to get himself out. I have I have everything, but I still have something something in the name of Jesus Christ. Oh, I
Nothing.
got to get this. Let me
But
take
he
this
but he
off.
did see your interview.
Okay, let me do that again. I got to get that off. I got to see this. I am begging you to send me the documents requested. I am innocent man, and I still had not even been indicted. So I'm begging you to please, 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 please don't go, baby. Please don't go. Ooh, I love you so. Send me what I need to get my life back. I have lost everything, but I have God in the name of Jesus Christ. Be blessed. Not be blessed, but be blessed. Okay? Sorry I had to struggle through that, but when you're reading struggle writing, you struggle read. Whoo child. Let me get a better shot of this before I move on. So I can put this up in this gonna be in members, y'all. Ooh. That was mm, that was a struggle. Can't wait for Native to read this one.
Yeah.
243 is closed. 59 is just a letter.
Would you say the woman he chose? I want to cheat in peace. The nerve. Documents, yeah. Hey, the funeral duchess. Husband said between him, stupid, and silverback, they collectively read and write at a fourth grade level. And it's hard because when I'm reading, I read like what I say, what I think the next words are going to be, whatever flows. I mean, of course, I'm looking at the words, but it's like whatever flows. So oftentimes I'm correcting the wrong because I know what is meant. So I go ahead. So that's what, it was just hard. Oh my God. Stop it. Why has someone changed their name to William Pryor? And they say hashtag free Nesto. So good morning, William Pryor. Good morning, Libra Queen. Good morning, the funeral Duchess. Bella says you have the ignorant sound down. I was trying. I know I can't do it like native, but I was really trying. I really was. Chick-fil-A girl said, what you blowing for at Legacy Moon? That letter took your breath. It sure did. Oh, did he spell Jesus right? Jesus. Christ. Christ. But he didn't say be blessed. He said be blessed. Be blessed. Lady said, bless your heart in the name of Jesus. Layla said, okay, I read that. Yeah, he spelled G. Okay, let me see what else y'all are saying. Miss Principal said fourth graders write better than this. Oh gosh.
Letter from you, that's that. That's basically the last thing or everything other than the leave of absence letter. That letter. Nothing's been filed or anything other than that. The letter last month was the last thing. But then you had
The leave of absence letter. Who? I'm conf. Okay. I'm in confusement. Why would the leave of absence letter be in there December of 2023 when we didn't even hear about it till 2025? Hmm, that's weird. Does anybody find that weird? Do we think the call is dated wrong, or what happened? What is going on? I don't, I don't, okay.
A hearing coming up.
No, he didn't say that. He said that they come see me before Christmas, and they working on it right
Crema.
now to get me out of here. Yeah,
Ding, 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 ding.
that's what they say now. That's what he
I
said.
know, I know. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yes, hope.
You trust me, you ain't.
Okay. Good morning, Queen Black. Good morning. Um, Co Coca Cream, I think, says there was more than one leave of absence. Okay. I wonder, was Hannah a leave of absence or did she just leave? I am unique says good morning, good morning. Husband said she mispronounced something, I'm sure. Yes, we are loving William Pryor's Petty, but answer me something, William Pryor. We did a little bit of research and we couldn't find a nephew. That's all I'm saying. Them folks said, I think one lawyer submitted a standard leave of absence for the holidays. Okay, I think it was all right. Okay, good, good, good. We got it. Tanya B said, I cannot. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Let's listen to some more of Sonya whispering.
In good hands. That's what. Yeah,
That's what he said.
yeah,
Okay. As long as they believe you're innocent and they fight for that instead of thinking, just take a plea. That'd be the problem.
yeah.
Well, let's just take it. No, no, no. You got too many mistakes going on with these situations.
Good morning, Miss Apple Pie. You think it's from Hannah too? William Pryor was adopted, but he would still show up though. He would still show up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Leo lady.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're right, because he's old and she's new and young. So maybe he
right.
backed her up. 17 hours ago, they released a phone call from September 8th. Now she backtracking.
Yeah, that's what he said too. He said 17 hours ago. He did say that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's who he needs to.
September. That's last year. This year.
No, this year. Science is just Nestle's first wife, never sent certificate. I never suggested that. He's so stupid. Can I suggest something I don't know nothing about? That's 57,000 views. That was 9 days ago.
What? Okay, because sometimes um so when did he say this attorney came and saw him today or yesterday? Yesterday from this date would have been the 10th. If there was a call released on the 8th, that's not 17 hours. Somebody please, 'cause I don't do math that great. So somebody please tell me. Um, William Pryor, why do white people say, "Dear Christ"? And there he is signing his letter with it. Miss Veronica said, "Why are they whispering, girl? We can hear you. Hello, we cannot hear you." I don't know why she's him. Maybe because he's using somebody else's pen. All kinds of things, or he don't want the folks around him to hear. But her, I have no clue why she's doing that, except for trying to be sexy. I'm gonna look for whatever happened on the 8th though. Miss Principal says she doesn't know what he said. That's true. That's true. Good morning, Nikki G.
18 hours ago, she released another video with you and him, your son, talking about the calls being on YouTube.
Oh,
That was
oh,
18 hours
oh,
ago.
let me tell you something. That phone calls from prison. Thank you so much. Because I'm ripping and running through this thing looking while I'm trying to do this live. So thank you. I appreciate that, Shay. Would you say, husband, that's Andrew Caldwell mathematics? So, yeah, that's just not that when you count that back, that's not 17 hours. Wait a minute. Wait, stop. Let me see something. Okay, they said 18 hours. Okay, I was off by one. I was off by one. All right. It happens. It happens. But still, the math ain't mathing if that's the case. I'm sorry.
Oh, and that was 17,000 views. And then 3 days ago, somebody released that you have a bad mouth, Lamont on women and Steve Harvey. I want to recap it.
Shout out yellow hearts for phone calls from prison.
Yeah, that's what that shit is. When they listen to something, they want to discuss it because they just Tasha K interview. Oh yeah, Shirley Nesto. Trey is Team Shirley. That was 9 days ago. 14,000 video views. That's when they did. She got 18,000 views when she released the damn shooting.
Oof.
How the people say if you can file something with YouTube, that'd be wonderful.
Uh,
If they can file something for YouTube, that would be wonderful. I I think it's sexy talk. I really do. I think it's sexy talk. Then folks said he just quiet because he was talking about something, and then she started reading off YouTube calls. Mm, mm, mm. Them folks said this is why everyone told him to stop dealing with her. And this was back in the year of 2023, and we are in 2025. Come on now. Good morning, Attitude and Tylenol. She says it's my baby's birthday, and I'm listening from the clouds on my black job. I'm officially too old for this ish. Well, you tell your baby happy birthday from the Legacy Moonlighters, and you have a good day on your black job. Pen Pal 50, good morning. How are you? Get into this mess, Pen Pal 50.
hey, you know what's going on. Yes, you know what's
You
going
know
on.
what I'm
Go ahead.
saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially since it's an ongoing case.
What?
Since this is an ongoing case, then they shouldn't be reporting anything. They can do anything they want after the fact, but it
Right.
doesn't jeopardize it. It's
Exactly.
while it's
Does Court TV report after the fact? Does Law and Crime report after the fact? Does NBC, CBS, Fox News, do they report on crimes after the fact? They tell you about the crime when it happens. They talk about it, especially when things are filed. They do all of this until it's YSL. Did it? Were people? Did nobody said nothing about that? Is that the case? Is that it? Please, girl. All of these outlets, TMZ, people discuss things before they happen. Do you see how much discussion we've had over Diddy? I mean, come on. This lady is delusional. Simply delusional.
up and running, everything needs to be taken down.
Exactly.
And we still talking in
That's why the
2025.
stuff that I put, the three that I put up were very, very boring, but we knew exactly that, look, we were putting out nothing.
Right. That's why we ain't listen to your calls.
And I want it to be boring so they could be like, oh, this is a dead end. This ain't going nowhere. Let's stop listening
Mm-hmm.
to this stuff, you know? But no, they're still going strong.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're gonna keep going strong till that paperwork get on.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because they keep reinventing shit. That's the thing. They keep running. They'll replay something and try to go back through something and reinvent.
It don't
Okay.
take
Let me
but one.
reinvent
It don't
something.
take but one get some paperwork, and hey, it's all it takes.
Mhm. Mhm. The dumb one who put up all my information, she said she released 3 days ago. Shirley Shirley's husband is big mad at social media blogger.
What? He said I'm a bit mad.
Big mad at social media blogger. Of course. Wait, picture y'all paying him to be. Who wouldn't be mad? Y'all talking mad shit. Calling this man all kind of disgusting names. What you expect? Happiness? Open arms?
Yeah,
He's supposed to be mad.
yeah.
On your uncut, sipping tea and reading comments. I was reading comments and talking world news. Well, I always say we should worry about the war and not this little simple stuff.
They got that on this.
We should worry about a war and not this simple stuff. I mean, I'm sorry, but and I feel sorry for the people. I guess she's talking about. What it was? Is it Romania? Ukraine, I think. I mean, that's unfortunate, but that does not affect me. So why would I worry about it? I'm not. I mean, I was interested at the casualties and things being done, and people being unalive. But other than that, that has nothing to do with me. So, like, why would I? Good morning, Aunt Nettie. A lady says a petty thief should not have to go through all this. Good morning, D Dub. D Dub says finally out of a boring meeting and back at my desk. Well, I am so glad you are. This principal said this lady's delusional. And them folks said I can't, but I can believe his attorney told him how damaging this woman is, and he still won't stop talking to her. Because he thinks he has nobody but her. Reef and Muff's mom, good morning. Good morning, Granny the Great.
I'm trying to tell you that they are dissecting and trying to reinvent any type of thing they can on this. Anything on
Wow.
this. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
Oh, okay.
If
Well, okay.
anybody can Sonya, shut up. You won't believe what I found on Sonya. Receipts coming soon. Man.
Thank you so much, Attitude and Tylenol, for saying that. Attitude and Tylenol said they were pulling Africans trying to flee from the trains in Ukraine. Their country being blown off the map is not my black business. Yes, the way that they were treating those Africans over there in Romania and not letting them get out, you know, with the rest of them, holding them back, making them stay for days. They had nowhere to stay. They were on the streets. And she wants me to worry about what's going on over there? I don't think so. Good morning, my Ty, from your black job and in the bushes. Good morning, 80% CMOS. 80% CMOS says she has convinced him he may be innocent. Girl, yes, she has. And I think he believes it. And just like a kid, I think he thinks if he says it enough, it'll happen. Like what was that choo choo train that this, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. I think that I think he really thinks if he says those things and does that, it's going to come true. EK, good morning. How are you? She said, why is Sonya whispering? She must be on her runner job. I think she just woke up. I'm not sure if this is sexy talk. I can't figure it out. Bella said, yep, that's when I tapped out of the Ukraine stuff. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Hey, let's talk about it all. Said he also thinks they are smarter than everybody else. Girl. Hmm. A lady says Nesto is a sick control freak and he found a willing fool that will be controlled. She is his supply, even though it's killing him. Good morning, the Honorable Leg Jewelry. Mrs. CLC said you can lie all you want, but Shay and husband's calls reveal it. Right, Chick-fil-A, yeah. I think I am. I think I am. I think I am. Good morning. Happy to be happy.
They so stupid. But anyway,
All right, well, that's sent to you. So,
huh? I'm gonna call the attorney. I'm gonna do that right now. That's
all
all.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
But I got the text message with this information on it.
Okay. All right, cool. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you have a good day. I just want to let you know that I got a cool out. I got a cool out. Only thing I can do now is let the new people do what they do. Yeah. Let this other sit for a minute, because the time is in. But, because I told him, I had no folks that sit me for 5 years. He said, no. No, we're not going to let you sit like that.
No, because you know this bullshit case is a bunch of freaking lies.
So, but I know once that other thing, that them new folks, what they going to do, and then they put that paperwork out there, like old boy did, man,
Mhm.
things will change.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
What?
and that takes like 2-3 days so they can get their facts together, and then they file.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Bye.
I love you too.
Please hold.
Here we are on the next day. The very next day. Let's see what happens. Um, Tanya B says, "Stop it, Legacy. Stop calling that sexy talk. There is not 1 ounce of that in her." I'm just thinking she thinks that's what she's doing. Hopefully they're louder on this call.
Hello, this is a prepaid call from
William Pryor.
Okay,
ending at the
William.
Cobb County Adult Detention Facility. To accept this call, your current balance is $7.06. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hello?
Yes, you sleep?
No, I've been up since 5.
What?
Girl, stop lying.
Been up since 5. So look, so the attorney reached out to me.
Which
He
one?
said he ran into the one you want. Said he ran into your attorney today. The one that sucks, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's get
Want
this
to know
figured
what was
out.
going on?
The attorney that sucks ran into the other attorney and wants to know what is going on. So, does anybody know who we are talking about? Are we talking about Krell and Hannah, or uh Krell and somebody else? I mean, I don't know what y'all think. William Pryor said, "Is someone using my pen?" Oh yes, William Pryor, someone is using your pen. Isn't that crazy? The Honorable Lake Joyce said Big Will is in the chat. Who's Big Will? Are you talking about William Pryor? Oh, Aunt Nettie says so. This attorney told him to shut up. Dion told him to shut up. Yet he kept talking. Yeah, Wooten go baptize that ninja. Miss Principal said, "Why would he do that? I don't know." A lady says, Mr. Pryor, it doesn't count when they whisper. Uh, Salt and Pepper Justice said, I hope William got sausage and cereal for the use of his $7. Leo lady said, Krell, the one he wants, he couldn't afford. So, but like Krell became the lawyer at like the end of 2022. Okay, Vic to the Veil says, "Hey, good morning, Vic to the Veil." Um, Everyone told him to shut up, and he thought Sonya knew best. And how was he able to scam this hard? So, William Pryor is okay with the use of the pen since it ain't got no money on there anyway. Hey, Janet Toy. Okay, Miss Apple Pie said, I was thinking Krill ran into BC. Hmm. William Pryor, you gave him your sausage. Okay.
Should have made the move that already. A lot is not right with this case. So he said to me, "What's going on with Nesto? Have they still not indicted this case yet? Just saw Lewis and thought about y'all. And I sent him what he told you to do, right? With that negotiation of a plea and all that and the other, right?" He
Okay, wait a
said,
minute. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all, but I think I heard a name. He ran into. Okay, let me go just back. Okay. I'm going to read these closed captions. Good morning, Irie Vibes.
so the attorney reached out.
Oh, D Dub Overton was the attorney he could not afford. So are we talking? Are we talking about Krill and Over? Okay. Got it.
To me.
Which
He
one?
said he ran into the one you want. Said he ran into your attorney today, the one that sucks, right?
Uh-huh.
Wanted to know what was going on. Should have made the move that already. A lot is not right with this case. So he said to me, "What's going on with Nesto? Have they still not indicted this case yet? Just saw Lewis and thought about y'all. And I sent him what he told you to do, right? Lewis and thought about y'all.
Okay, just saw Lewis and thought about y'all. Okay, so he just saw Krill Lewis. Leah Lee says Sonya was trying to get him a new attorney. Remember, she asked Dre and Dion about the money for a new attorney. Yeah. Victor DeVille said Overton was not going to tolerate Sonya. I thought he had Overton for like 5 minutes and switched from Overton to someone else. EK says, what's interesting? Nesto mostly scammed people. He knew very few randoms unless they didn't come forward. Well, yeah, but there are other victims that he scammed and took advantage of that weren't people that he knew. They were people he kind of met and groomed and ended up taking their money. And then there are some people out there who just don't want to get involved. The Honorable Lake George said Krill didn't pay for that dry ass hen pockets, so now he sucks. Okay, Overton, you need to reach out. But I thought Overton had his case for about 5 minutes. I did. Because I remember a call where he was talking, never mind. Them folks said I don't think the message she's reading is real. Now I don't either. I was gonna say that I don't either. I think she's inserting herself like she always does. She lies so much. Victor the Veil said also Sonya was always trying to cozy up to all of the lawyers and cross the line professionally with all of his lawyers like she's a sex kitten. Justin's mom says, please make sure you take a moment to hit the like button. Yes, please do. Leo Lady said, remember Nesto could not spell over to. I do remember that or pronounce it. He called it. He called him Oliver. They never came up with the payment, so he did not take his case. Hey, Tyrone Biggums. April B is here. PW is not. So you got one girlfriend in the chat. Chick-fil-A gal said they couldn't come up with the $250 talk visit. So how was they going to afford him? Okay. All right. So now we're straight here. Krail, the one that sucks. Overton ran into Krail, the one that sucks. The one you wanted, the one that sucks. A lady said Pryor forced Nesto to take his sausage, broke his foot, then gave him his pen to make nice.
And I sent him what he told you to do, right? With that negotiation of a plea and all that and the other, right?
And there was a negotiation of a plea. Interesting. Interesting. Queen Black said Overton was supposed to get Shirley's truck back. Oh, that's the one? Okay. Okay, tell me that part. Good morning. Good morning.
He said, I said he wants him to plead to the balance of cases that he has. He said, why would he plead guilty and he still have all those other cases?
Exactly.
He said, for that stuff he didn't do. He said, for stuff he didn't do. And I said, exactly. He said, waive an indictment bails the state out from having to present it to the grand jury. He said, wow, unbelievable.
Exactly.
I said, Lewis is like he's working for the state.
I'm sorry.
I said, I don't think he anticipates.
I'm sorry. I don't believe that. She's lying. Whatever she's reading, whatever she done wrote down or something, she is lying. This never happened. I am so sorry. This is not true. Not true. Not at all. Mm.
I don't think he anticipated those other cases. He said, who's leaking the calls? And I said, the prison phone company sells them to the bloggers. He said, I know who, or I have my suspicions, but this is weird.
So you gonna tell me, okay, you gonna tell me that this attorney, Mr. Overton there, thought, made the statement that these calls were being leaked by the company to someone, to the bloggers. They are leaking these calls to the bloggers, and I guess the bloggers are paying for them. I guess that she might be trying to say. Tyrone Bigham says straight up lie. Husband said, "Isn't that a breach of attorney-client privilege?" Well, Nesto gave permission for Krell to talk, but see, she's lying. Now, I don't even think any of this ever took place because Overton, the attorney, he would know about a FOIA and how these calls get on the internet. No attorney is going to say that. Oh, the company is leaking them to the bloggers. That's just not going to happen. What a lie. Justin's mom said that's a bold-faced lie. Penny Proud said, I wish she could be charged for lying so much. How about it? That would be nice. And he further went on to say, I have a suspicion on who it is. Really? So with that suspicion, I'm going to say maybe she's thinking Steve Harvey. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but this is how we know this is a bold-faced lie. Justin's mom said Sonya and Nesto continuously rack up these charges. That's why they can't start the trial because he won't stop communicating. He won't stop committing stupid crimes. Tanya B said Global Tail Link said, now how I get in it. I know in my Nene voice. Why is Global Tail Link getting strays? They ain't did nothing. Tyrone Bigham said leaked is the key word. Exactly. Like he would say leaked. Come on now. All right, Tyrone Biggums is dropping some knowledge today in this chat, y'all. He must really be clean. Miss Veronica said that's why Nasty is still here. Exactly. Sunflower Babe TT says an attorney who is unfamiliar with a FOIA. Come on, old Miami. This is her lamest lie. And Leo Lady said Sonya is it. He knew who was doing it. or he has a suspicion it can't be both. Dummy, dummy, dummy. D Dub says she hears what she wants to hear.
They're fighting cases in the media. I said Fulton's supposed to move them out of Fulton County, but the media's all over the country, so moving it out of Fulton ain't gonna do no good. He said, how are they moving out of Fulton? Doesn't make sense.
Carl Lewis did not say that they was. In order for a case to be moved, the person's either the prosecution or the defense has to put in a motion to have the case transferred to a different jurisdiction. That is a lie. We would have seen that. We would have seen the hearing. There would have been a hearing. Okay. Oh my gosh. Good morning, twin mommy. She says the fat mouse said on yesterday that Nesto's trial is about to be over. She lies all the time, but I think he's trying to get a plea deal. I don't think Will Wooten is offering a plea deal. And yeah, she lies. Good morning, Linda. Salt and Pepper Tresses said, I seriously doubt that Overton, I don't know how to say that man's last name, talked to her like that. Sonya be lying through that glow in the dark tooth. Diva Shawnee said, is it me or do this hussy sound damn clown? She sounds clown. Um, 80% CMOS said, I can't believe an attorney would tell her anything to run back and tell him on a recorded line, especially since they want him to stop talking to her. D Dub. Tyrone Bigham says, hey D Dub, Tyrone quit you a week ago. Don't call me no more. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't know you quit her. I'm sorry.
He said, wow, when I was saying, all the stuff that they're pulling out, all these old articles, shootings, all of the stuff that these bloggers are doing. He asked about who's your appointed attorney, and I told him who the appointed attorney is.
With all she told him that they're bringing out all these articles about the shooting. First of all, nobody sold anybody any article. Somebody went to the microfiche and got a copy of that article, and you're not the client, so who cares what people are saying about you? So why would this attorney have this conversation with you about things happening to you? He ain't no civil attorney. That's number one. And then number two, if you have a problem with them pulling out articles about your shooting, why did you go on Stiletto with chicks or bosses or whatever it was? Why'd you go on there talking about it? Number one. And number two, not only did you go on there talking about it, you've talked about it since on everywhere you go. Good morning, Delicate Dell says, so she knows the lawyer Overton personally, that he has her phone number, and we're carrying out a long conversation. Thank you.
Said she should have moved. She should have made a move on that already.
Exactly.
He said a lot is not right with this case.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
He said it about 5 minutes ago. So, yeah, what is she doing about all that other stuff?
Nothing. I
You know.
I told you what I felt. I told you, and I thought about it. Oh, I didn't call that, and I had to reprocess this shit. No, I'm sitting there, foot hurting, sitting still, looking at the game, and brother pulled up on me and said what he said. I'm like, golly.
That's what I told him. I said, there's 4 people in there, and they all saying the same thing, that she's shaking in court.
Wow.
Yeah.
So.
That's because she's experienced. But they get them out of school with no experience because they don't care.
You know, this shaking in court fairy tale. I saw the video. I'm sure a lot of y'all did too. Did y'all see him? I mean, did y'all see Hannah shaking in court? And can I also say perhaps she was shivering and cold? Good morning, Dimples Wimples. Leela Not Layla says, "Hey Alexa, play You're So Vain by Carly Simon." Okay. Thank you.
They don't care that you guys get a fair fight. They just want y'all to get some fake fight. That's all it is. That's why they hire them straight out of school with no experience, and then they got to sit there and they put them with somebody in there that maybe got some experience, but they don't qualify. Half the people in there don't qualify to hold those jobs. They just got a law degree,
Yeah.
and they
They
push
Well,
everybody to just tell them to please, just tell them to please.
and that way,
they don't qualify for their jobs. They just have a law degree. Ooh, child, I cannot. I cannot. Shay B, good morning. Shay B said WTF is repressing some shit. Is he ironing? Justin's mom said he really does salt and pepper tresses. Did I read salt and pepper tresses? Salt and pepper tresses says Nesto be shaking on his video calls. Okay, and Justin's mom said he really does. I'm gonna be honest. I Parkinson's. Every time I see him do that, I start thinking of Parkinson's because some of the people I know who have it, and some of the early signs is that one shaking hand. So that, yeah. The woman he chose says the babysitter. Miss Veronica said, but they have a degree from a reputable school, not a bootleg TIMU law school like you, Ponytail. Okay, exactly. My Tai said, Ponytail, has anyone told you that you sound clown today? That's a new t-shirt. Has anyone told you you sound clown?
hey man, I might be slow yesterday, but I ain't slow today.
Oh shit.
Not at all.
Wait a minute. He said he might have been slow yesterday, but the slowness is gone. He ain't slow no more. Okay. He ain't slow no. He must have got some of them jelly beans he keep telling her to get. Dimples Wimple said, I think Nesto is faking. He is a master manipulator. Yes, he is. 80% Seymour said that ain't Parkinson's. Nesto's holding that pimp hand down. He want to slap the dog mess out of her. Good morning, No 54. She said he could be on an anti-seizure medication that makes him shake. Well, I guess that is a side effect of some of them. I guess maybe. I mean, I take one, a high dose, and I don't. So, but that could happen because things affect people differently. Aunt Nettie said, I think he has Parkinson. That is what it reminds me of. Justin's mom said, bro, you slow every day. Okay, every day you slow. Miss Veronica said he slept the slowness off last night.
Oh, none of that made no sense. Man ain't trying to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that yesterday. These folks ain't trying to fight for me at all. They lying the whole time. Exactly. Man, dude sit here and say, man, them folks, I've been here 26 months. I just got indicted 2 months ago. And they have no witness, no evidence. And them folks said, come plead guilty, not guilty. He said, could you ask for me a bond reduction? Yeah, I'll be there in 2 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. Now you go back to court January. Guess what? He ain't going nowhere then because they're going to say, oh, we don't have no discovery. He's supposed to got his discovery back as soon as he got indicted.
As soon as they got, they supposed to file for it. They're supposed to release discovery, everything they had on him.
Well, guess what? They ain't did it, and they going to ask for it when he go back to court. That's another 90 days. That's exactly what happened to me with old boy. It's the
What it
same
paid,
thing. Yeah,
what
with
it
a
paid,
payload. Yeah.
what it paid for you.
A bullshitter, though. That's what I'm trying to
Mm.
say.
Mm.
Yeah. What a bullshitter. So, anyway, tell me, I need to be quiet. If I want somebody to defend me, I'm saying to myself, bro, I'm fucked anyway. If nobody ain't
The
listening to
way
me.
y'all defending them, right? What are y'all doing? Because the investigator, they supposed to push. He need to be investigating now because they already know you want trial. You ain't taking no plea. That's what that is.
No, that's
So
what
you
they
need to
saying.
prepare for trial because we're not going to take any pleas. So that's
That
out
ain't
the
what
window.
that ain't what they saying. They saying that they're gonna hold you into your advantage of being here a little long. No, I don't want. He taught that same. It's like they preach that shit. They got a class for that shit.
What?
When you sit here a little longer, it's gonna be for your benefit. They're gonna offer you a plea. I'm not playing with something I didn't do. They just showed goddamn the one of the YCL boys.
So you mean to tell me Crell Lewis told him first of all, this okay, so every attorney, nobody's fighting for him. This man has had how many attorneys and none of them was fighting for him? Man, if you've had to have that many attorneys, perhaps you're the problem. Um, and I find it hard to believe that Krill Lewis said, well, hey man, that's good. The longer you sit in here, that's good because the longer you sit, the more your chances are of getting a plea. You can't make me believe Krill Lewis said that to him. Them folks said, I think Krell got in there and like all the other attorneys realized this was a way more complicated case than they told him. And it was a mess. Plus you have this woman calling and emailing daily. Right. And, I mean, remember he wanted Krell, and in the beginning he was happy with Krell, but every time something doesn't go his way, he wants to jump ship and get new attorneys, but he doesn't have the funds for that. Dimples Wimple said, remember, they said Nesto is putting on an act with the way he talks. Yeah, I remember hearing that, and I don't believe it. Mona C. Talk says, hi, chat. I'm watching from the bushes, sliding the bar back to the beginning. Well, good morning to you, and thank you for watching in the bushes. Attitude and Tylenol said, Lord bless Shirley, because I would have gotten locked up on purpose. Found my way to the men's side and sent him right on to the upper room. Come on in the room. Hey, Shay B says, ain't shit wrong with Nesto. He just needed a kidney last week. He had gout 3 months ago. His ass just cold. Now he got a broken foot. It's just all kinds of stuff going on with this man. That girl said this bum goes out and commits crimes and whine and cries to this silly criminal side. And you know what's so funny about this? He's whining and crying about, oh, no, I'm still sitting here. I'm supposed to get this. I'm being mistreated. I'm being set up. How does he think all these victims feel about the money they lost, about the time they've lost, about other things that other victims of SA have lost? What about those people? What about what they lost? Justin's mom says, don't nobody think about you that much, Nesto. Get over yourself, okay? Michi3 says he listened to Silly and now he's going to sit in that jail and almost rot. Delicate Dell just simply said, you are a bullshitter.
I was going to
Well,
court
he's
every
trying
time
to say
we
that
go.
because, you're going to have time served by the time we go to court because all that little
No,
shit is and the other.
no,
They don't
I'm not
do
doing
that.
none of that.
Right. We're not
I'm
doing
not
that.
doing none of that. Yeah, tell my let's talk about the other case.
Paradise in Mexico, have a good day today at work. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Maretta.
Man, that ain't no fraud. He said, yeah, that's fraud. That by such a fraud. I said, no, it ain't. He thought I was stupid.
Wait a minute.
Anyway, if nobody ain't listening,
The way y'all understanding them, right. What are y'all doing? Because the investigator, they supposed to push. He need to be investigating now because they already know you want trial. You ain't taking no plea. That's what that is.
no,
So you need to prepare for trial because we're not going to take any pleas. So that's out the window.
That ain't what they saying. They saying that they're gonna hold you into your advantage of being here a little long. No, I don't want. He taught that same. It's like they preach that shit. They got a class for that shit. When you sit here a little longer, it's gonna be for your benefit. They're gonna offer you a plea. I'm not playing with something I didn't do. They just showed goddamn the one of the YCL boys. I was going to
Well,
court
he's
every
trying
time
to say
we
that
go.
because, you're going to have time served by the time we go to court because all that little shit is and the other.
No, I'm not doing none of that.
Right. We're not
I'm
doing
not
that.
doing none of that. Yeah, tell my let's talk about the other case. I said, man, that ain't no fraud. He said, yeah, that's fraud. That's why it says it's fraud. I said, no, it ain't. He thought I was stupid.
He said, let's talk about these other cases, these fraud cases. Nesto told Nesto, who I ain't go no motherfucking college. I went to Job Co. Okay. So the attorney is telling him, let's talk about these fraud cases. And he gonna tell the attorney that ain't no fraud. Probably because his side piece right here told him it was civil. So he said, that ain't no fraud case. He is telling the man who spent time in law school and graduated and is now working as a lawyer. He is telling him that ain't no fraud. Now, if ever there was a picture for someone who sound clown, it would be him in this moment. Okay. Yes, Pen Pal 50, they teaching the lawyers a class on how to make your client sit in jail so they can get a plea deal. That's what they're doing. Justin's mom said, what jail cell are you in, Sonya? We ain't pleading. Really? Yes, of course. How to make your client get a plea deal in 6 weeks. Hey, CJ.
No, it's
Mhm.
not.
That's what they come in there half-ass believing shit, and they the thing with that I got from the phone calls and talking to them, they believe once you get charged, they believe charges. They're not coming in there with an open mind or saying he didn't do it because he said he didn't do it. They're coming in there like, oh well, he got charged, so he had to do it. No, stupid, I didn't
Yeah.
do it. I didn't do what they're saying they're doing, and they're finessing it and making something. If
The attorney is not going in there saying you committed fraud. We're going to discuss this. He probably says, you got these fraud cases. Tell me what happened, what's going on, what was said. What this is, because I'm assuming it's called an interview where they sit down and they talk to their clients and they ask these questions. Okay, so wow. Kyla Will said, find somebody in Atlanta to date. Nesto's not the one or the two. Good morning. One leg off. One leg off says, if it's an act, he's never out of character.
if all of that stuff that those girls are saying, well, they're only one sided, first of all. But it's only like I said, um that's civil, regardless. You fight it out in civil court. There's not a fucking crime. You talking about a crime. Okay, you could say the other stuff because of the nature of those other situations.
He's talking about a crime because one has been committed and he has to talk to his client about it. Dog. Ooh, child. Justin's mom said, I truly believe that Nesto will not admit the truth if he takes a plea. If offered, he will not be honest. I don't think he'll take one because he's convinced. He is convinced.
But once you go to court and you pull all the details out, they're going to know the state was wrong. The police was wrong. Even if the state claimed they don't even have the police didn't give them the evidence. The police know that shit is old as shit, and they know that stuff, you had no knowledge of that stuff being on your computer, if that's what it was. Because I don't even believe, I don't believe it's a child. I believe he's saying that just to try to be desperate on some shit.
I
And we
know
know,
it ain't.
and we know that it's older than you had that it's older than what you had it for.
How do you
It's
know?
before you even took possession. Because if you can't see the imagery, you know that shit is old. There's no way people are downloading in the last 5-10 years and you can't see the imagery.
Girl, I downloaded something the other day and off of YouTube and the imagery was bad. I have made stuff and the imagery was bad. So she's saying that there's no such thing as bad imagery anymore. Um, no such thing at all. It just doesn't happen. Good morning, Cam Lewis. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make it up. And I do know they said that some of the pictures weren't clear, but they never said all of them weren't. And of course, she doesn't believe that they're children. And plus, she believes Sheridan planted it on there. So, it's all that stuff. Say said he will never have to admit his crimes if he takes a plea. Erica had to admit in open court to her crimes. He will have to admit to his crimes in open court. Yeah, he would. And I don't think he would. Because even if he gets a plea, it's going to have some time. Look at all the crimes. And let's take away the SA and the CP. Take that out. Look at all the other crimes. Look at the bigamy. I mean, that's 10 years automatic. And then all this other stuff. Mm-mm. And he's a habitual offender. So he will get some time with the plea. And I don't think he'd be interested in it. Vic to the Veil said, we've never heard him say, I've never downloaded anything like that. You're right. He has not said that. That only Sonya said, oh, that's not his character. He doesn't even look at adult porn. Well, how do you know? How do you know? Queen Black said she doesn't care if he's telling the truth. Her disdain for women is stronger. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Say said, at Legacy, if you scroll back a few, he says, I know it's not when she says it's not a child. Yeah, I did hear him say, I know it's not. But he said the stuff wasn't even there. He didn't know anything about it. So how does he know for sure it's not a child? Because guess what? Everybody else is saying it's a child. The experts are saying it's a child. But he says he knows it's not a child. So what does he know? What does he know? Good morning, 404 boy. How are you doing? Justin's mom said he did adult corn on his dumbass. Woo, here we go. Get that up there. Okay.
You must be talking about some shit off of Betamax or some video record back in those days. I know you don't know nothing about computers, but I'm saying that's how old the shit is, and they know it. And so for them to sit there to ask for an $800,000 bond on something they know for a certainty that you didn't know you possessed, and that shit's probably adult is from what the description shit is. It's adult. It's not fucking.
How does the police know? She's saying the police know it's old and that's not really his. How does the police, or how do they supposedly know this? Jet Black Straight said Sonya is disgusting and I feel no pity for her being continuously dragged on these YouTube streets. Vic to the Veil said he likes to make his own corn with cowboy hats and dog chains. Yeah, and here's the thing. So if he's not into that, oh, he would never do that with a child. He doesn't even look at adult porn. Well, he videotapes his women in these positions with that we know of dog collars, probably some community toys and other things. He likes to video everything. Remember this, he likes to video everything. And you're trying to tell me he doesn't look at porn. Why not? He makes it. He makes it. The woman he chose says, how in the hell does she know? Justin's mom, because she knows his character, the woman he chose. Justin's mom said, oh my gosh, she doesn't know any of this. Not at all. And Pen Pal 50 says she acts like she's seen the pictures. She does. She really does.
Children.
Good morning, August lady.
That's a whole nother lawsuit because they went in there knowing that shit was wrong. And then you're going to ask for an unreachable bond, $800,000 on some shit that was old as hell. You knew I had no knowledge that I could have possessed that shit because it was probably so dormant in that computer. How'd you get it? It wasn't something where you just clicked and it opened. That shit was laying somewhere dormant in that damn computer. So I didn't have knowledge of that shit.
And you really think that's a lawsuit?
They gave me an $800,000 bond on some shit. That's great.
So,
and
she can't. Okay.
So what is it?
The judge sets the bond. The defense attorney can make a request. The prosecution could make a recommendation for bond, but it's set by the judge. So So there's so okay, so that I'm clear, we're suing the police because he's got a $800,000 bond. Is that what we're doing? August Lady says this is the exact reason Nesto kept speaking with her. This mess right here. Um, them folks says her here comes the letter G going in everything. Heavy lifting. Dormant in the computer, this woman is a simpleton. And Michi 3 said, remember the daughter said he would not let anybody close to that computer. He kept it with him. Mm-hmm. William Pryor says Nesto is an ex-addict, which is one of the reasons he's behind which is one of the reasons behind his criminal behavior. This is true. Good morning says never heard of this imagery. Did she mean images? Good morning, Aaliyah TV. Good morning, Text Toy. Hey, let's talk about it all says you know nothing. Miss Veronica said that lawsuit is rambling in a cell like IS's prayers. How about it?
I don't know. That was the last thing you said. That was 5 minutes ago. So I just said we need to get that listening out. That's all it is. I said I'm still working on trying to get the fee, you know.
Okay.
But he said, why did she try to release that other stuff? You know, that property.
Right.
You got to sign a property release form for
I
Fulton
can't
County.
do it from over here. I done tried all that. I done even wrote them folks in this thing. They already told me where it's supposed to be at. But I can't get nothing done after they done ship me over here. So the only thing now is I need to send me
So
my
I need to
number.
go up there and
Yeah. But I
get
need
the.
to send
I don't understand why she thinks property could be released when it's evidence. Everything they took is evidence. There's not anything that they have that's not evidence. Ricardo Gates said, good morning, Legacy Moon. This is Jackie. Oh, good. Jackie Gates had to borrow my son's phone to get me to online to see what's going on, Miss Legacy Moon, within the Moon family. Well, good morning to you. Good morning. Muffin 218, good morning, good morning. While you run errands. August Lee said, release his property where, dummy? To the jail? She wants it so bad. She wants his stuff so bad. Say J says, August lady, ding, ding, ding. Once he realized the police had his stuff, he couldn't care less about that raggedy truck.
I need you to send my numbers. I know I was trying to cut you off. I need to, because I don't want to forget. I need to send me all them numbers that you got. What?
those phone numbers.
Yeah. Send me all them numbers so I can get them people when they come back.
I gave it to him. He got the numbers. She got the phone numbers, but I
Man,
couldn't
them
see.
folks ain't did nothing, man. Them folks
Yeah,
told
they
me
got it. I gave him the phone numbers. I
they
gave them
said
to
they
him months
can't do
ago.
nothing.
They said they
I
what?
want they can't do nothing. There ain't nothing he can do. His hands. Man, you know what? I'm just so sick of these motherfuckers, man. Cause I'm gonna have my mouth. Cause he got my letter. That's how he got here. He got my letter.
Mhm.
He said I'm
Mhm.
doing some whatever he said I'm doing. But no, I'm writing everybody. No, I'm writing everybody.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's what I've been doing.
Okay.
I can't trust that shit. Come on, cause it makes no sense. None of that makes no sense. All that shit's supposed to be released. All this shit's supposed to be gone.
Yeah.
So, but
I wonder what makes him think that. It makes him think all that stuff's supposed to be going. Good morning, the Duchess.
anyway,
Y'all know what? I'm seeing y'all and I'm speaking right. It's so complicated because I just saw y'all a couple hours ago. So I'm like, did I speak to this one? Did I speak to that one? Say J says she did get some of his stuff after Silverback did a valid affidavit to release that phone to her. She opened it and started deleting his IG too late. She did not act, she didn't physically get the phone. She went and got his records. They're not going to give her that phone or the other 13 ones they found in the house. She got his phone records. That's what she got.
yeah, but that's what's going on then. That's what's going on. That was that man ain't did nothing for me. Nothing.
Oh, poor
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at
baby.
all. Everything that I thought of, you done thought of, that's just supposed to have been handled because it's in the law book. Supposed to have been
Mm-hmm.
handled.
Okay, so he read it in the law book, so it was supposed to been handled. Okay. All right. August Lady said, right. She just got access to his Apple ID and records. So he read the law book, and everything he's saying was supposed to be done because he read it in the law book. All right, Nesto, you read it in the law book. All right.
It's legal, not illegal. Legal. I
Right.
don't know what. I don't know what this. If you heard that phone call what Dion supposed to have said, I don't know what that is. What's so important about that shit?
Y'all, I know that this is body cam night. I know. But we going to have to dig into some of this stuff tonight. We really are. I'm sorry.
Huh? He spoke on something Dion said.
Yeah, that's how I know when the date came out. 17 hours ago. So I don't know what that's supposed to
I
mean.
didn't listen to that. I don't be listening to the calls. I'll
Yeah.
I'll, I'll
Cause
listen
down to
to
that.
like 6 seconds of
Mm-hmm.
it, but I don't
Yeah.
listen to the calls.
Yeah, 'cause it ain't nothing. It ain't talking about my case. It ain't talking about none of that. And definitely ain't gonna
Exactly.
talk that. Yeah. So ain't none of that. To me, it's just saying the world trying to turn. They already trying to get me. They're trying to turn you against me. Trying to flip flop. Oh, she probably ain't got herself together. Oh, all of them make all try. Oh, maybe she engaging too much. No, the truth is the motherfucking truth, and the motherfucker don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. So
No,
I have.
they just not used to somebody fighting for somebody. That's what that shit is. It's just
And
new to them.
exactly.
Okay.
You know
That's
what?
all. Because most
So
families fall off, and then they
we
just
fall off.
when they deal with people, usually people that don't have nobody.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
So
Okay.
they like, oh, this is just too much. She's doing the most. So that's a person's life. It's amazing how people just don't know how to put themselves in somebody's shoes and just understand this is a fucked up situation, and any help is good help.
So yesterday
The
the
whole
girl.
narrative is,
Any
and I
help
got
is
that
good
across
help.
when I did that show because it changed the narrative.
Let me see what Mai Tai says. She was giving us debunking proof, call information. Um, Ricardo Gates said Dion said that they was gonna baptize his ass. That's what that was. Good morning, V. Lenore is here. She says his property can be released to her. His property can be released to her without his permission. He'd have to sign off on it. Any items used as evidence they will keep, but they can release the phone and everything else. Well, that phone, I don't know. It had, and I'm just wondering, Erica was in there as contact. I don't know who those contacts are in there. So I'm wondering because of the context or the text messages, can they hold on to that phone? And I also wanted to mention, him and her talking about the computer and that wasn't his, it was too old. What about this gold iPhone? What about this gold iPhone that came out when they had that hearing and with along with the other 13 phones? That phone had some CP on it. I want to know how she is going to explain that away. A lady said nobody used to anybody like the great Sonya PDF defender. August lady said, "Oh no, Hen, we agree. It's an effed up situation." V. Lenore said if they needed anything from the phone, they have already downloaded it and will return it to her if he says. Oh, okay. All right, I stand corrected. Good morning, Miss HLS. Pen Pal 50 said, I'm not a criminal, so I can't put myself in Nesto's shoes. I don't want his shoes. I do not want them. Tex Toy said, I would fight like heck for my husband if he was innocent, and I would too. I would too.
People kept saying, oh, he's a this, he's a that, he's a this. And then that came out, and then the second blogger was like, well, we can't say that because that's not true. And we can't say that either because, they didn't even indict him. So, and I was like, that's exactly what I want. I wanted to look. And
What blogger said that? What bloggers is she talking about? The Fat Mouse. Who said that? I want to know. I need names. Um, Good morning, boys. Nana, how are you doing? Good morning, Damachi, the RN. Good morning, Nana and Nee 336. Villanor said Nesto shoes are filled with athlete's foot and fungus. Did you hear this call, V? Like in his sleep, he hurt his foot. I don't know how that happens, but he did it. Them folks said Fat Mouse would be the only one I could think of.
stop just going from that April court hearing and saying, oh, he's this, he's that, oh, he can't be with animals and children, oh, what did he, all of that shit. That's what the narrative was. No, look at the case. That's what you need to do. Read the warrant.
Okay, first of all, warrants, everything has been read. That's first of all. But second of all, because I got that hearing somewhere. We played the hearing of what was read in court. The judge has to read what the charges are. That's how the defendants know what they're charged with. That's how the attorneys can defend him. I'm confused as to why she thinks content creators shouldn't be on here talking about him not being able to be around animals and children. That is what was said in court. We're not repeating lies, we are repeating the charges. That's what we're doing. Now, if we talk specifics, like say, for example, I know that he essayed this person. We might would want to say it maybe allegedly, okay. But other than that, if we are repeating um, the charges that are read in court, we're not gossiping. We are just reading what was reported in court. And guess what? Because we heard what was reported in court, people went and got the warrants and got everything just so we can read what the events were. And by reading that and other things that we heard from other hearings, we have, yes, formed our opinion. But this is YouTube. This is not the court. We are not jurors, okay? This lady sometimes, uh, Nana and Nee says, with a woman like Sonya, I would be alone for life. Oops, he might be. 80% CMOS said, I can't wait for the SA trial. The prosecution's going to come out wearing the mask with zippers and drop the black bag on the table. And you know what I think? I think that the reason why we're not hearing and seeing a whole lot of that, because I think it's going to hit him hard after this other trial, his RICO trial. Good morning, Portia Matthews. Good morning, Val Baby. Miss HLS said they spend so much time on YouTube instead of the case. Right, they do. And Boys Nana said they spend so much. I'm sorry. Boys Nana said, please help me remember. Has he even been charged with any of the SA or CP? Okay, July 2022, 23. They came up because in 2024 of April, I think that's when we found out they was wrapping around again. Good morning, tell me that part. So he was okay, so thank you, August lady. He was charged but not indicted. And that's why they had to whoop him back around like a U-turn.
the case, make it make sense. That's it. Just all. That's all it is. The only thing that hurts is if you speak on your defense because, they'll use it against you. But other than that, and the only thing I said was, I don't know because he can't talk about his case. So I can't speak on the defense side of the case. The only thing I can speak on is what the warrants are saying, which I say that on the phone all the time, what the warrants say. And stuff that's in my opinion with the warrant. And I clearly say that this is my opinion. This is not his opinion, this is my opinion. This is what the warrants are saying, and the warrants don't make sense.
No.
And that's what I said. Even if he had a warrant for that stuff they tried to say that happened with the Calvin dude, which was 2021, that's still no grounds for a search warrant that happened in 22. On top of the stuff that the landlord tried to say, that's still not grounds for a search warrant. Just because
It's funny. She's telling us this, but she's not giving us any case law. No case law. And I don't care if someone reported, okay, he took my money. That's a grounds. If I say you took my money or you told me you were going to help me repair my credit and I paid you, you didn't do anything to help me repair my credit and you didn't give me my money back, that's a crime. So that's grounds right there. The landlord has a house, there's no furniture in it, he's not getting paid, he goes in there, stuff don't look right, it's vehicles all up in the driveway. That's suspicious. They need to get a warrant and see what is going on. There might be dead people in the closet. Come on, I'm sorry, but it might be. No 54 said, listen to this legal mind at work. Good morning, honey. Say that.
you have a warrant in another city, that doesn't give you grounds for a search warrant. And all they said was, oh, it's just cars in the driveway. And I didn't walk through the house and I just saw a little bit of furniture. And then, so even that's not grounds for a search warrant. And that's what I say, and that's what a couple attorneys that I spoke to said.
Who are these attorneys? If these attorneys she is speaking to is saying this, why don't they come to his rescue? Why haven't they called him? Why haven't they written a letter? You haven't heard her say any of those things. Oh yeah, they're going to write you. They're going to tell you. They're going to guide you. They're not going to take your case, but since this is a friend of mine or somebody I talked to, all these police officers and everything that she's talked to, why don't they write him a letter? They can write it anonymously, sorry, and guide him through those law books that he says he's reading. Okay. Good morning, beautifully made 13. Shay B said, well, after yesterday his trial will start February 2026. How about it?
So that is what it is. It's just, and everybody that I speak to that's on the legal side always say nothing. All of this is the bullshit. They're not doing this correctly. He's getting railroaded.
Man,
It's
got no end to it.
right. It's like who do
And I'm sorry, let's pretend for a moment that she really did speak to all these people. Is she telling these people the same way she presents it here in these phone calls as we listen? Because if she is, then of course they might be saying that. But if they are actually looking through the warrants, all of the documents, I would think that they would give a difference of opinion, if any of this is even true. Beautifully Made 13 says, so the attorney told you it was fraud, and you said it's not why you think you're in jail. He sound clown. Miss Veronica says they said ask her for all these attorneys and officers she spoke with. She's lying through her fake teeth. Say J said, I know I'm going to call the police if I rented a place. The deposit was returned, no payment, and you got phantom roses in your driveway. Something ain't right. And that's enough to make you be like, okay, well, Dad, ain't no furniture in here. All these vehicles are here. Yeah, you going to start running. You don't know. These folks might have a chop shop office, all kinds of things happening. August Lady said she never says their actual names. It's always a poltergeist attorney. Boys Nana says, does anyone know the good news Silverback was talking about that was coming? No, because she's a liar. Leela, not Layla, said she'll name drop celebrities, but no name of these so-called attorneys. Mm-hmm. You're right, Miss HLS. Railroaded is a stretch. Reef and Muff's mom says he believes she's his savior. He better turn around and wake up and believe in the right savior.
they're all saying, "Oh, these pissed off." That's what it is. They're all saying that, which like Trump, like everything that Trump's going through. Trump going through that because he pissed off people. He spoke on some things. So now they're frying him in New York. They're frying him in Fulton County. He pissed off somebody. So now they're going to play dirty. And that's the same thing they're saying about your case, which is, who did he piss off? Because they playing dirty.
But it, so last night I saw on Thug case one of his co-defendants got stabbed in the back. I used to see him every fucking time I went to court room down there because he was changing to his
He
jail
got
clothes.
stabbed, actually stabbed?
Yeah, actually stabbed in the back in the
Oh,
jail.
in Fulton County?
Yeah, that just happened 2 days ago.
I'm sorry, but actually he said he got stabbed. What is actually stabbed? Miss Veronica said all those attorneys are AI attorneys. The woman he chose says that's exactly what he believes. She is his savior. And Ducky Dexter, good morning.
Why did he say they stabbed him? Was he talking against him?
No, they all in the same. That was, how what that shit is.
I know they're all together, but you know how people feel about Thug because of all of the good stuff he was doing when people couldn't get bail. He was bailing people out of jail. You know, he does a lot for the community.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I asked, what was it? Something like were they mad at him because of that, or was he in there just talking smack and got into it with somebody else?
They didn't say that. They didn't say that.
They didn't say what it was.
Yeah,
they won't know, but they ain't gonna talk.
Yeah.
They're not gonna
got
tell what.
stabbed in the back. They delayed the trial. Delayed their trial. And I remember seeing him every time I go down there. He be down there with me in the same cell.
Oh.
Yeah, dressing out. But what I'm saying is, I saw that and they delayed the trial. But his girlfriend got out there. I love him and this and that. I'm saying to myself, damn. Okay, then look a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They be
What
whispering it across the courtroom. Yeah, she be going to court supporting her man.
Yeah. Now this ain't Thug. Now this the other guy. It's co-defendant. The one with the dreads in his head.
They all got dreads.
Well, no, Thug's girl is the one that I be seeing on social media, and they be talking about her when she go to court. Thug's girlfriend. I forget her name. She's a popular chick.
What made my shit so damn special? That makes no fucking sense to me.
That's what I'm saying, but you got these old hens that's messy as shit. I'm trying to tell you, it just.
People reported on the Young Thug trial. People reported on all of that. He had his calls, leaked, as they say. So, what is she talking about? She doesn't either listen or tell him. There were plenty of channels reporting on Young Thug's case. Now, the thing about Young Thug is that he did not have somebody in his camp talking to YouTube every other day. His attorney was not on YouTube going from channel to channel trying to tell a story that makes no sense. That's why Thug doesn't have all this attention. See, we get these phone calls and we listen to them. We have our kiki and that's that on that. That's what we do. But she puts more drama. She adds to it. This is why we're invested, because of what she has brought to it. This is exactly why Twyla Young says you better leave Mariah the Scientist's name out. Right? I mean, I just but first of all, and we're also talking about a man who is a celebrity. And as far as I know, I think Mariah the Scientist, I think she sings or raps, or I really don't know. I don't know her. I don't know these folks. But, that is a different status of case. And these people are behaving themselves accordingly. The reason why you're having all this is because of all of the misbehaving and things that this girl is doing. Yeah, I see a girl. Them folks at Nesto would have been in a mess anyway, but she took this to an entirely different level. You are so right.
It got messier once them nosy ass people start releasing them jail calls, and now it's just they just doing all kind of crazy shit. Like, why are you releasing um all my family's information? You doing all of this background research on me? Like, I ain't no fucking like they don't do this for stars. Like, I don't even know this much
That's what I'm
information. You
saying.
couldn't even tell me what Will Smith's brother looked like. I don't even know if he has a sibling. Like, come on now, really? Y'all doing all of this research, all of this, and the other for right, for me and you. We ain't nobody.
That's what I don't understand.
And he wasn't really nobody like that big too. You get me? Like, it was
Right.
he. But these are just all hateful black people. We be our own downfall. That's how R. Kelly
Wow.
got caught up. It was black people that did all that shit. White people wasn't thinking about him. It was
Oh, let me get this straight. Because R. Kelly is black, he shouldn't go to jail because he's a pervert. He shouldn't go to jail because back in the 90s he had some 14-year-old doing some things that 14-year-olds shouldn't be doing with grown men. He traffics women across the country. And black people, I guess we are bitter black bitches and dumb niggas because we wanted R. Kelly to pay for the things that he has done. Are you kidding me? Good morning, Miss Lady. Tanya B here says so. R. Kelly didn't do anything fool. Okay. Peekaboo says R. Kelly really, lady. Now see, tell me that part says WTF is she calling an old anything with that neck? So I am that has triggered me, y'all. We almost done this call, by the way. That is triggering to me. But I even cut off. I didn't hear all this, so I need to listen to what she's got to say because I'm just. Miss Lady said, I guess it's okay for Nesto to scam black people, right? His victims were black. Boys Nana said, Lord, I ask that you be in the operating rooms and asking you give comfort to Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame and family in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much for that, Boys Nana. And I hope all works out well for you, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. William Pryor said, free all the black folks. Let them go. Let them out.
it was when two black chicks started protesting his concert. Then they started dragging him and dragging him and dragging him. And then they did that. That Surviving R. Kelly was funded by black people. All of that shit was black people.
It was funded by Lifetime Network. I mean, I don't know. They might have black executives, but are you serious, lady? And of course, there were all black people in the documentary. Why? Because the victims are black. I don't even know what she's talking about. Two ladies started protesting his concerts, and that's how all the two black ladies, and that's how all this got started. I this is my first time even hearing about this story like this. I mean, they got R. Kelly because R. Kelly was committing crimes. He was holding women hostage. But bitter black bitches is the reason why he's in this mess. All right. Beautifully Made 13 says so. Okay, it was in the computer. How does she explain the gold phone having CP pictures as well? That's the same thing I said. Good morning, Ramaya, Sharon, Sharon. How are you doing? You want to play the drinking game? It's just too early for folks to be drunk. Oh no, Justin's mom. I hope reboot and come back in. Join us. My God. Let me take a breath. Tell me that part says she just had to throw herself in there. Like me and you. Yep.
Black people.
Wow.
White people picked it up and charged his ass. It be black people that be your worst enemy.
Wow.
Black people.
Black people are the worst enemy. The fact that R. Kelly did some things he shouldn't have been doing to people who are underage. They were black, but since they were black, they should just let it go. I have seen clips of R. Kelly at concerts looking for young girls. And from what I heard from some of the people I know that live in Chicago, he frequents the McDonald's where all the young girls hang out. That's what I hear. Miss Lady said, not surprised to hear this from a hen who was doing insurance fraud and thinks it's okay. Now, I wanted to answer, okay, the woman he chose, yes. They found when they went through that one house, they found like 13 phones, one of which was a gold iPhone. And yes, it has some CP pictures on it. Yes. Sweet Peasy, good morning. Sweet Peasy says, I can't stand her. Lord, I can't either. Good morning, Myretta. Myretta said, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yes, somewhere. That's why we can drink, because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. A lady said, y'all are going to have to minimize even more coverage of this sick person and giving her the attention she loves. Say said, Nesto sure is an enemy to black women. Good morning. What up, though? The woman he chose says, Sonya is deplorable. How does anyone trust her with their child? She's insane. And by the way, she was sitting in court when they talked about that gold phone. So she is aware. She is aware.
Yeah. And they set up that way because if you go all the way back to the 60s and the 70s, 80s, we got along well amongst each other. Right when they started turning that music and doing certain things, and then they got it where white people can sit back and just watch now because we destroy ourselves. They ain't got to do anything no more.
But you definitely got to get that paperwork that I sent to Junior now. You got to get that now.
I'm about to go find him today. I'm about to get dressed and find him because I got to go on that side of town. I'm about to go find him and I'm about to go and try to get that police report for that for that vandalism.
I understand. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go get what else?
I don't understand what that was
And I
supposed to
gotta go by
prove.
and see about your property.
Okay. So you
I
got to
gotta see
bring
about
this stuff
your
down. You got to bring this stuff down, what you're doing now, because you're trying
because
to
I'm
get
old. You know me.
You
I'm gonna
got
wake
taking
up
up
and
those
forget.
jelly bean pills.
There we go with the jelly
Forget.
beans.
Now my phone's gonna ring and I'm gonna forget. That's what that's gonna do.
Oh, yeah, that
Yep,
is
yep,
it.
yep.
But it's good that Buddy falling, so he didn't say that I did anything wrong, though. That's
No,
what
he's
I
just
want.
saying your lawyer keep giving you the wrong advice.
The lawyer keeps giving him the wrong advice. Okay. All right. The woman he chose, no, that laptop was not, that came out in his hearing. August Lady says she's so ridiculous. Nesto doesn't have any white people accusing him of fraud or deception. But now remember, he got arrested because Roswell is racist. Them white folks in Roswell is racist. So that's why he got arrested. Now he's going through what he's going through, not because he committed crimes that these white folks arrested him for, but because us bitter black bitches are sitting on YouTube talking about it. All of his problems, just so we're clear. So we're clear. Um Tiana C, good morning. Tiana C says, does she ever actually go and do all of these things? Tiana C, let me tell you, my good friend, Native Tribe Urban Media's channel, on Mondays, he has something that he calls I'll Do It on Monday. And that came from the fact that every time Sonya says she's going to do something, it's always on Monday that she's going to do it. Now, the day could be Wednesday, the day could be Thursday, the day could be Friday. It doesn't matter. She's going to do whatever it is she's going to do on Monday. 80% CMOS said Nesto was influenced by Jodeci. Take my money. You hear me, Miss HLS? Take my house and car. for one hit of you. You hear me, Miss HLS? I'm singing. Where you at, Jackson, Tabasco? Good morning, Soul Power the Outcast. Them folks said Nesto doesn't feel the same way she does about black women. Only on Mondays. That's right, my tie. Only on Mondays.
Wow.
That's what he's saying. He keeps saying, "Why you look?" Just like the other guy that came to see you said the same thing about him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you got to get that. You got to get that. You got to get that
Take
paperwork. You got
my
to get that letter that
money.
I was speaking to him. Yeah. That's all my proof right there, showing that for that. And that and the other stuff. Yeah. And I got a backup letter, too. So once you get my address, I'll send it to that, too. So you have my backup. But, yeah.
You
So
need to
once that
fire
was
him. You need to fire him and get another attorney, not her. I would ask for another attorney and see, just see, because even if you go to court with him, he's not going to do what he's supposed. He's going to sink you in court. That's all I'm going to say. Just like he laughed back in April in court and thought everything was an effing joke and was just being.
Nesto laughs in court. Shirley said, I hope don't go to court laughing. You know, Shirley had to tell him that. Um, the woman he chose said most of the time Sonya forgets. She forgets what she's supposed to be doing on money. Thank you. My Reddit says sing legacy. Thank you so much. What up though said the broke YouTube bitches eating corn hash. That's right. That's right. And she says he needs to get another attorney. They cost money. I see you, Miss HLS. Petty Patty says, please, please, please make sure you hit that like button. My Tie says, if it's Monday when you put the request in, it will be done the following Monday. Maybe, yeah, if she can remember. And Say said every lawyer except Hoover had ethics and told Nesto the truth about his case. Hoover is doing Boney's bidding. Yes, he is. And Petty Patty says Nesto has that lion laugh. Yeah, that nervous line. Yeah.
Being all playful and stupid in court. He's going to do the same shit. He's fire his ass and just have him give you another corner-appointed attorney till I get whatever I need to get this other stuff going, because, and then just tell him you want all your money back. We just have to we're going to report him to the bar and file a lawsuit against him for all money.
I already told that.
Yeah, for everything.
You mean all money's the money that's already been used up? You two idiots. Ducky Dexter said so. I'm guessing the broke down side heifer gives Nesto good advice. I think not.
Tell him he's fired, withdraw, put in, and then you just go and just ask for another attorney for those cases. You do not want that same attorney because she cannot handle the workload. She's
Now,
not fit for the workload.
now they're talking about Hannah.
Not
Okay.
fit for the workload at all. And then hopefully the next one, she and her sugar.
You know, it's funny. I hear everybody talking about Hannah allegedly shaking in court except for Nesto. I never heard him say she was shaking. And this wasn't Zoom. He was sitting right next to her. Boys Nana said, I really wonder what Nesto thinks now. He listened to Sonya because he thought she knew that what she was talking about. Now he knows it was all a lie. The scammer got scammed. You know what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. If anyone missed last night's live, I will put the link to the description of that live in the bio of this video. It was some interesting things that happened. So you guys might want to check that out. We also had a guest appearance with V. Lenore. So if you didn't see it, it's worth watching. August Lady said, fire his ass. This right here is why Nesto's case hasn't moved. Because, every time you get these new attorneys, that's more delays. Justin's mom said delaying his trial, switching attorneys. So I'm with Shay B. That attorney, we're looking into 2026 with all that's going on, because remember, we have not heard the judge rulings on the motions that have been handed in. Husband said they've been suing everybody and nobody at the same time, right? Good morning, Desi Jewel. Desi Jewel said Nesto was shaking too much to notice Hannah shaking.
They're not gonna put me on the next one. They're gonna put me on the same curse law with her. That's what they're
Mm.
gonna do.
Then you
That's
then
what
you
they
ask
at
one
right
to
now.
you ask one to attorney on all of that then.
But guess what? They
Can't
don't
get no work for her.
listen. They
Because
don't.
this person who supposedly is a paralegal and went to law school, she does know you can ask for an attorney, but the judge can say no. Especially when you're dealing with public defenders, you have to have a reason. You can't just go up and say, "I want a new attorney." It doesn't work that way. The lawyer has to put in paperwork for that, and the judge has to rule, and the judge could say no. Um, you have to prove the ineffectiveness of counsel if you want a new attorney. And I don't see how he's going to do that. And I don't understand why she's not explaining that to him. You can't just say I want or do this paperwork, okay, I'll get like an attorney. Client, please sign off. You don't want me as an attorney. You can go before the judge. The judge could say no still. I think they forget that there's a thing called a judge. Text Toy says I'm 4 minutes behind y'all, but that was Jonas. You don't like my Jodeci text toy? What you talking about?
They don't have. I
The
can't talk like I
manpower.
want to talk. Yeah.
Uh,
Nope. There you go.
they don't have the
Them folks,
manpower.
them folks is overloaded, man. I realized that for real in the last month.
Oh
Them
yeah.
folks, they are overloaded. So,
Yeah.
this dude been in here 5 motherfucking years, and they just picked their shit up. 5 years. Yep. Motherfucking Rico. So,
That's not
Bad year.
unusual.
5 motherfucking years. That man been locked up 5 years on a Rico. Shit crazy. Yeah.
That's not unusual.
So, shit, man, I'm telling you now, this shit is wicked. So, okay. So, yeah. But that
Call
other
me.
paper, what
Let
you
me
say?
run. Let me get dressed and run where I need to run. And just
All
call
right.
me then.
I love you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Shout out to Shay and her husband from phone calls from prison. We appreciate the work that they do. And I appreciate the fact that she, put up those calls that they were talking about, because that just makes it so much more easier for content creators, or at least I'll speak for myself. I appreciate her doing that. Um so yeah, y'all saying he's going to end up like Sarah Boone. He sure enough is. All that changing and writing letters to folks and whatnot. Um Blue Bear, did I know you were here? Good morning, Blue Bear. Them folks says this is what happens when you fire a bunch of paid attorneys, cheat on your non-wife wife who has all the money, and end up with a public defender in a busy county. Yes. Say said, I know Dre is happy and thanking God he didn't fall for Nesto's sob story and put money up for a new lawyer. Yeah, because look at what they do. Miss Veronica says, exactly, as someone that works for the PD office, it's not that easy to fire the PD and get a new one. She is clown. And she does not have sense. And I've never gone to any type of legal school. Never. And I know this. I think I watched Law and Order and could learn this. It just wherever I learned it from. Okay. But I know this. Why don't she know? Oh, okay, Bluebeard in the bushes. Joseph Bullard. Hey, I was looking for you last night. Joseph Bullard said, take my money, take my house and cars. I ain't read the rest of that, Joseph Bullard. Wow, y'all crazy. Tell me that part says she can't explain what she doesn't know. That's true. That is so true. Well, we're going to get out of here, and I will be back tonight between 9 and 10. I'm going to put the live. I see you, Jackson Tabasco. I will post the live so you know that I will be here, and it'll be between 9 and 10. I'm hoping that I can do it by 9:30 because, I just be having issues. um, Nana and Nini says she watched TV and got her info. Yeah, I know. I heard about that, but I haven't heard that call yet. But I will be back tonight, and I know we're supposed to do body cam on Thursdays, but I want to get into some of these calls because I don't remember all of them. So these calls that were mentioned in this call, I want to at least play one of them. So um thank you all for the memberships. I can't remember if it was member milestone. Um, I'm with y'all in the daytime and the nighttime, so I get confused. But thank you if I got any. Thank you for the gifted memberships, the new memberships. Shout out to the Marvelous Moonlight mods. If you did not see last night's video, please make sure you check it out. Um, Good grief. Oh, it's a fat mouse on the thumbnail and Nesto and the two twin boys. But I will post it at the end of this live. I will have the link there. And so if you missed that, check that out. Or if you didn't see all of it, check it out. Some interesting stuff. And I think that is it. Shout out to the Marvelous Moonlight mods. I will be back tonight and I hope to see you all there. Good I was going to say good night. Good day, y'all. Y'all have a good day at work. What's today? Today's what? Wednesday? What is it Thursday? Lord have mercy. I don't know what day it is. What day is it? Let me see if this phone will tell me. Phone, tell me what day it is. All these darn notifications. Today's Thursday. Okay, y'all. Today is Thursday. Throwback Thursday. That's what you do. You're supposed to throw back some pictures, throw back some wine, throw back some tea, throw back some records, just whatever you do, throw it back. Y'all have a good day, and I will see y'all tonight.
Yeah. No.